I'm Chancellor Agard at Entertainment Weekly's Comic-Con studio, and I'm live on Facebook with the cast of The Flash. Welcome, guys.
Hi. Ourselves.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Represent. That's great.
I try.
Way to represent.
It's like if there's one day to wear the shirt, it's today, I feel like.
It's definitely today.
So this is like your 5th Comic-Con, guys, right? For most of you, right?
Yeah.
How's it feel to be back?
Great.
Jessica and I are eerily silent.
Well, that's
First one, right?
First one?
Yeah, it's first one.
It's my first one.
Better now because you guys are here. That's what it
100%.
is. Much better because
That's
you're
right. Thank you, Tom.
here.
Well,
Right now, Tom
actually-
Felton's like, what?
Well, I actually wanted to start with Danny, Jessica, and Hartley because, I mean, this is a few months old now, but you guys were just promoted to series regulars. I guess, how's that feel back in the season now? Are you guys, like, busier now? Does it feel different, or?
Yeah, it's crazy busy. I'm in all day, every day. It's awesome. I feel like I have a real gig. It's great.
For me, I don't know. I think we all knew. We just weren't allowed to talk about it for a long time. So it's just kind of nice to have the cat out of the bag and not have to be evasive in questions anymore.
Yeah, it was good. It just felt like going back to school. It was good to be back. Good to be back with this crew.
You don't have to touch it to your face.
I know, but I like it. That feels good.
Show for it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Just leave balance in here.
And Jessica, I wanted to ask you about Nora. I mean, so Barry and Iris' daughter's back. Can you at least tease what big mistake she made at the end of last season?
Oh yeah, let me just tell you everything.
Just
Go for it, please, please do.
Let's
Series
see.
regular.
What do you think was her big mistake?
Well, I mean,
Well played.
I was taught to say that.
I mean, the fact that she's Barry's daughter, I would assume it has to do with time travel.
Interesting.
That's it?
Todd, do you want to jump in?
I would say there's a bunch of big mistakes that are coming. It's not just one.
And I guess, so Candice and Grant, how do Barry and Iris feel about having their daughter in the present with them now?
It's different for both of us.
Yeah.
I mean, Iris is very, very excited and eager to get to know her daughter, who's back from the future. Hi, baby. And I think, as we hinted in the finale of last season, that's kind of met with some coldness from Nora, which we'll get into later in the season, why there's some distance between the two of them. But it's been a really interesting to play this dynamic of Iris really wanting to enjoy this time with her daughter and figuring out why Nora is kind of not into that.
Makes me sad.
It makes me
talk
really
about
sad.
it.
It makes me sad when we act it.
Well, we're really hitting it off, so it's been great.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they get along like gangbusters.
So well. Total daddy's girl.
So before we go do that, I have one fan question, which is, here we go. From Merlene Mimi Joseph, do you have a favorite episode from any of the first 4 seasons of The Flash? I think this is for all of you.
I liked the one where, I forget what number and what season, but when Barry goes back in time, we have the scene in the time vault.
I love that.
Like handcuffed to the wheelchair.
2
and,
seconds.
yeah.
How are you?
I like
Nice
that
to see
episode
you.
a lot. Yeah.
115?
Yeah.
No, 115 is when he runs back in time for the first time. But
Yeah, that's a good one too, though. That was the 15 in season 1. Yeah,
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a good episode too. Yeah, and season 1 finale. I love that one.
Do you guys have all of the episodes memorized just
No.
by number? And
No.
Not at all.
No.
I feel like Todd does, though,
I
right?
kind of do. I mean,
Yeah.
I blank out a lot.
Yeah.
One big blur to me.
That's wild. Wow.
And Danielle, I mean, this week it broke that you're directing. Are you allowed to tell us which episode you're directing and what it will be about?
I asked that question about 10 minutes ago. I am allowed to tell you I'm directing episode 18, which I'm very excited about. I don't know what it's going to be about. I don't even know if Todd knows what it's going to be
I have
about.
no idea what it's going to be about.
But it's going to be great.
Me's problem.
Exactly.
And Todd, I actually want to ask you this. I mean, so last year when you spoke, I guess at the end of the season, when you spoke to my colleague Natalie, you said how this season is about family. And so I'm curious, I mean, what exactly do you guys plan on sort of saying about or exploring in terms of family, I guess?
Well, this year our theme, I guess you could say, is legacy. So it's sort of like what any character in the show leaves behind.
And I guess, how does that, I guess, because...
Boom.
Showstopper.
Todd's done.
Showstopper. Nailed it.
And Tom, I mean,
Yes.
So Harry.
Are these mics? I mean, do we need to talk into these mics? I'm
I
curious.
think so.
about
I don't know.
feed. This
Yes.
is a
Okay.
live
Okay.
feed. Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah,
saying
okay.
Not
yes.
just for the people in this
All
room.
the, there's
you know that,
7,000
right?
people up down there
yeah.
all like, yes, waving. Okay, sorry, you can hear me now. Okay, good. Sorry. Meanwhile, back at the question.
So Tom, I mean,
Yes.
so Harry went back to Earth 2 at the end of last season.
Correct.
And I think we're getting a new version of Harrison Wells this season. Who will that version be?
I'm just doing my darndest to get this show canceled. One guy after one guy after one guy, and somehow I haven't quite struck that note yet, but maybe this year.
This is the year?
Maybe this is the year, yeah. This
us
guy
in.
will be filled with intrigue and deceit, fun, humor, intensity, and very loud. I don't know about the last bit. But it's going to be really primetime viewing, I think.
I mean, at this point, you've played it, what?
He just turned over and he was like, don't. He just looked over at me, Todd, our showrunner, and gave me a look like, okay, that's enough, no more. I was like, you can trust me, I'm fine. I'm not going to tell you that I'm actually going to.
Actually tell him if you want to tell him more.
Oh. Yes, please.
Wait, what?
You just did this. You were hoisted by your own petard. I think we got it. I mean, it's good. It's going to be really fun. It's like I say, it's you'll have to watch to see.
And last question for you guys. This season, obviously, the 100th episode is coming up. What can we expect from that? This big milestone for you guys?
Yeah, it's a huge milestone. I mean, again, it's we haven't broken that episode yet, but I think what's different about this season is usually we do episode 8 is our crossover, but this year it's going to be episode 9. So this is kind of going to serve as our mid-season finale. So it's going to have all the big sort of questions that people are going to be asking at the end of the episode to sort of propel us into the rest of the season.
Well, thank you guys for coming by. For more Comic-Con coverage, visit EW.com. And The Flash returns this fall.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.